Junior 2 to the staging lane.
I'm the boogeyman. This is how they know me here.
Chip's never gonna allow this. Hello, and welcome back to the AAA Race Show. I'm your host, Austin Disease, and today we had all three NASCAR series as a COTA and F1 at Saudi Arabia. So let's get into it. My racing season is getting started, so I was at the track on Saturday. I didn't get to catch these races. This is going to be happening a lot more just because my racing is starting, but I do have some highlights for you. So in the Truck Series race, we had the 3 leaders going in to the turn, and then the second and third place ran right up on Kyle Busch, and they all hit each other and went off the track, and Zane Smith was there to take it. Zane Smith had been running good all day, running first, winning stage 1 and stage 2, and Zane Smith is able to grab a win there, so congratulations to Zane Smith. In the Xfinity Series race, AJ Allmendinger grabbed the win there. And like I said earlier, this dirt racing season is starting at your local tracks, so get out there, support your local tracks, and DVR these races if you can. Now, before we get to the actual Cup race, I just want to say a little about Fox Corp. They donated $1 million plus $11.6 million in donations to Fox Corp to Ukrainian war and relief efforts. So definitely Fox Corp stepping up there and doing their part. Now, in the race, we had tons of cautions. We almost got to the most cautions ever in a Cup Series race at a road course. The new car did not fail here. They had lots of new challenges, like shifting 24 times a lap, being able to pass more, and just awesome things like that. It was almost their first race there, especially with the new car. You can't really use any bit of your notebook from last year, and because it rained so hard, you didn't really have a notebook for the conditions that they were in this week. So, a 20-turn track, you had to shift 24 times, insane. Lots of new things about the car, but Daniel Suarez, he sure liked it. He led the whole entire first stage and won it. But he had a little bit of a spin on the first corner of stage 2 and popped his tires, so tough break to him. We also had Denny Hamlin win stage 2. Now, a lot of drivers in front of him pitted, so he was able to cycle up to the front, but then he had to pit, so the drivers that had pitted before were able to cycle to the front. So a little bit of strategy there. Bubba Wallace loses a tire. Now, I think that was a human error, not a bug with the car. I know we've been talking about the car bugs and stuff like that. I think they've been getting those worked out, but I think that the tire was not put on flush with the hub, and it just wobbled loose as soon as it hit the ground and just started wobbling until it finally got that lug nut right out of there, and the tire just kind of came off. So, tough break for him. 4-week suspension for the crew chief and 2 of the crew members. Now, in the last 30 laps of the race, I was on the edge of my seat. I could not stop watching the race. I was glued to the TV. I mean, we had blocking. People were duking it out. Ross Chastain, Chase Briscoe, and AJ Allmendinger, they were going side by side trying to pass each other. But Ross Chastain holds on to the lead until a late race caution. When Ross Chastain is busy blocking AJ Allmendinger, Tyler Reddick is able to come to the inside and pass Ross Chastain. Now, we had a late race caution, and Ross Chastain is able to wiggle his way right through AJ Allmendinger and Tyler Reddick. And I thought that was the end of it right there. I thought Ross Chastain had secured his first victory. Well, not on AJ Allmendinger's watch. He goes in there, and he gives Ross Chastain a little bit of a bump and goes right by him. At that point, I thought it was done, but it was not. Alex Bowman decides he wants to steal the show, and he passes both of them in one corner. And Ross Chastain had one decision here. He could either sit back in third or kill two birds with one stone, and that is exactly what he did. He put A.J. Allmendinger, returning the favor, right in to Alex Bowman and sent them right to each other. And Ross Chastain is able to go underneath him. And guess who won? The Watermelon Man, well, Ross Chastain. I was really hoping he was going to win. It's really cool. He smashes his watermelon. It's kind of his thing. But it's his first victory in the NASCAR Cup Series and Trackhouse Racing's first victory. So really cool there. Winning in Texas at Circus of the Americas. Now speaking of winning in Texas, I have a guest here who knows a little bit about winning in Texas. Hello, I'm Baker Mayfield, Heisman Trophy winner from the University of Oklahoma. The other day my vacuum cleaner stopped working, so I slapped a Texas Longhorn sticker on the side of it and it immediately started sucking again. Boomer Sooner! Where are we getting these guests from? As we move on, we come to the F1 racing series. F1 was at Saudi Arabia. The track is really cool there. It's built on a bridge. It's right next to the Red Sea. So basically half the track's over here, and then they have turns that kind of go into the bridge, and it's like insane. The victory lane is super cool. You park your car on like two TV screens almost. It's insane there. Light shows, fireworks, all that good stuff. 8-hour time difference between here and there. So, yeah, time you're going to bed, maybe about the time they're getting up. So that's pretty cool. But to get actually into the race, we had a lot of cars overheating. That was a big problem. Played a big part in the outcome, I think, of the race. We had a lot of epic battles, especially with the new FIA rules. Drivers a lot more daring and really willing to give it their all to go in there and not have to worry so much about being penalized. We had a Sector 1 caution at the end of the race, which I thought was pretty controversial because it was right as Charles Leclerc was making his move on Max Verstappen and he had to back off. And I really think that kept Max Verstappen safe there. Now, you have to throw the caution if there's something there in that sector, but it definitely was controversial. Max Verstappen is able to bring home a win after not scoring any points in the first race due to battery problems. And congratulations to him, your last year's champion. It's always cool to see that happen. And I like F1 a lot. Just amazing tracks and stuff like that. So congratulations to Max Verstappen on his win. Now this is my race show, and I can talk about which tracks I want to talk about here. And today we're going to talk about one that's pretty close to my heart. Twister Alley Raceway had their test and tune this weekend, and just a great turnout. They had over 70 karts there. That's a really good turnout for a test and tune. Now if you're looking to race go-karts, this is a great facility. A really nice track, really nice people. Tony and Diana Cope own it. Chip Avramovitz is the promoter there. And just a really nice place to race. Everyone's real friendly there and has a lot of competition. And if you're looking to race go-karts, that's definitely a place I would recommend. So now we're going to talk about the races that are coming up next week. We only have two. We have NASCAR Cup Series and Xfinity Series at Richmond Raceway. So those should be some exciting races. We'll have all you need to know about those races next week on the AAA Race Show. Please make sure to like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and have a great rest of your week.
If I got to drive over the fool in front of me, man, to win, that's just racing.